Hello, beautiful souls. It's Andrea with Enlightening Offerings, and this is my fourth try at making this video, and I am all over the place. I have no script, as always, but it's like I'm trying to tease out the message, and it's just, I'm struggling with it. And so I'm just going to allow the words to come, and this will be my final take, and it will be perfect, right? So I'm sitting out in my office space that I've just reclaimed as my own. And I'm building my website, which I'm super excited about. And I have a theme, as I always try to share with you all, that keeps coming up, and I want to speak on it. And I'm trying really hard to speak on it, and it's just I'm trying to tease out this concept, and it is proving to be difficult, which just tells me that it is all the more important to speak on. And it ties into feminine expectations, societal expectations, household distribution of work, duties. It ties into, basically what it is, it's the concept of I am out here doing this work. I'm doing this type of work more frequently than I have before. And in the pie, that is my daily allotted amount of energy and time that I have to work with, because I'm living in this human existence right now. I'm starting to feel a little bit of strain as far as what I'm capable of doing now outside of this work compared to what I was previously. Right? So building my website, super excited to share it with everybody soon. And my house is not getting cleaned. My laundry is not getting folded and put away on the regular basis that I had really worked hard to get in the habit of doing. It's all clean, but it's just getting it put away is kind of starting to get built up again. And coming to terms with that and recognizing that that's okay. Right? That doing the work, so capital T, capital W, doing the work, focusing on my own personal growth, building this beautiful business empire of being able to help other people find their soul purpose and their true happiness. It is important. And I have chosen to prioritize that, right? And so I have a little bit of strain that I'm feeling with this. But the thing that keeps coming back to me that I feel is important to share with you is that once you step on the path of doing your own work, of focusing inward and healing and creating self-love and empathy for our human existence and the things that we've done in the past and our patterning and all of the things that make up who we are as an individual, you will change. You will change. Like that's just what it is. You cannot do the work, again, capital T, capital W, and stay the same. It's just not, that's not how that is. And nor do we want to, right? Because if we thought we were perfect, we wouldn't focus on the work. We wouldn't even consider it as something that needs worked on, right? And the work shows up for everybody a little differently. You know, it could be soul purpose work. It could be internal healing work. It could be past trauma work. And so whatever it is that we choose to focus on and do the work on will inherently create changes in our person, and sometimes in the physical, sometimes in the mental, the emotional, the spiritual realm, and always in how we engage with other people. That is the core point of the message that's coming through, is that often it's not us that has the biggest problem accepting our changes. It's those people that we have chosen to surround ourselves with, our family, our friends, our coworkers even. And so often I have found, and this is what's coming to me in messages from other people, is that the people around us feel the strain as well when our focus shifts and when our time is being spent elsewhere, and also when our personality shifts and our expectations of behavior from ourselves and the people around us shifts. right? And so it's often exciting and big and internal, and there's oftentimes a lot of shadow work going on and excavating and delving into the things that make up who we are, and coming to terms with the things that we don't often want to tell people about ourselves, but are just part of us, and being okay with that, right? And then the people around us start feeling like, oh, well, maybe by us doing our work starts to point out areas that they could potentially grow and look at and explore as well. And that triggers sometimes resistance, defiance, a feeling of what's wrong with me, like I'm perfect. And then perhaps that can get projected back on you because you're doing the work, and therefore it's your fault that they've started to see this. Or perhaps just your time is being taken away that they're used to you spending on them. Or, I mean, it can be so many different examples of why the people around us are impacted, not always immediately positively, by the work that we're doing, right? So understanding that, being okay with that you're not doing the work to attack them. And so understanding that if you feel attacked by them, due in some way to the work that you're doing, it's not about you. Don't take things personally, right? But also recognizing that by you doing the work, raising your resonance, increasing the frequency with which you walk through the world, you are helping to point out things in other people that they can also be doing differently, and exploring and excavating within themselves to then bring their resonance higher. And I mean, honestly, the goal is just to be decent human beings, right? And that work focuses inward first. Because if we are saying terrible I am statements about ourselves to ourselves, then we're resonating at a super low level that is spreading that resonance out to the world. And so you're going to magnetize, through the law of magnetism, people that are also resonating at that low level frequency. And so once you start lifting your frequency, there is some discomfort to those people around you. And that's okay. But the whole point of this is that I realized that even in the work that I'm doing in group work, not just personal one-on-one private session healings, I need to perhaps gently suggest to those people that I'm working in group work with, perhaps have a conversation with those people around you, with the people that you surround yourself with, and just give them a heads up. Hey, I'm doing some big stuff for myself. So if you notice me shifting or changing, or I'm not responding as quickly to my cell phone as I used to, or I'm not giving you as much of my attention and focus, or when we are together, I'm not focusing on gossip and tearing down other people as much, it's not because of you or that there's anything inherently wrong with our dynamic. It's just that I'm shifting, and I'm just gonna ask for a little bit of grace. And perhaps recognize that if I do shift, it's not about you. It's about me doing my own work. So, let me know what you think about this. I feel like it's an important thing to focus on periodically, and just check in with those people that we love and that love us, and just say, hey, if you've noticed I've been distant or my interests have shifted, it's not because I think that what we used to do is bad or stupid or not worthwhile anymore. It's just really not what I want to focus on right now. And that doesn't reflect on you. That's not me judging you for continuing to want to live that way or do that. I'm just focusing on me. So if you could just give me a little bit of grace and understanding, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's the message. I think that's the theme. So I'm going to go back to building my website while the rest of my family is enjoying their day. And I'm going to be okay with that for the next hour or two. And then I'm going to go in and leave my phone on the counter and focus totally on my family. Blessings to you all.